Hi, I'm Jeb Bradwell, and this is Peter Kramer. Today we're going to introduce our senior design project entitled Enhance Cyber Interactions for ALS Patients. We aim to actually try to increase the ability for an ALS patient to type faster, as well as bring down the price of the product that they use in order to type. I'll let Peter actually describe the story that led us to participate in this project and how this project was thought of and incepted. So, Peter?
So in the summer of 2014, our senior design mentor, Dr. David Bakken, was reading Steve Gleason's guest column article in Sports Illustrated, and within the article, Steve mentions that he can only write for about 20 words per minute. And considering that Steve's eye tracking system is worth about $20,000 per unit, we decided that that was an unacceptable rate of typing. So what we set out to do was to make a cheaper and open source and faster way of allowing ALS patients to communicate with the outside world.
So for our eye tracking portion of our platform, we chose to go with the Pupil software suite. The reason why we chose this suite was because it was open source. The suite includes a 3D printable goggle set and the actual software that reads the input from those goggles. Now what made this appealing was the fact that it was open source, which allowed us to go in and develop for it freely. The other part was we could actually print our goggles in a 3D printer by ourselves and thus incur a cheaper cost. And the overall cost that we found for our system using the Pupil goggles and the software would end up being a little less than $150, which is way cheaper than the $20,000 that Steve Gleason's system costs.
So to actually input the text into the computer, we've written a custom program which is powered by the open source text prediction engine called Presage. Presage is nice because it allows us to keep the user's actual personal voice when making text predictions. Now, these predictions can be seeded from the user's emails, essay that is written, pretty much anything, any like text source that they have written themselves. Now, in addition to keeping their own voice, we have also extended Presage to allow for whole phrase prediction rather than just predicting which word you want to say next. This will be very useful for ALS patients because they will be able to increase their rate of speech. This is a Pupil headset. It contains two webcams, one on top, which is pointed at your screen, the other on bottom, which is pointed at your eye. These two webcams work together to use geometry to figure out where exactly you are looking at. Here we will be showing a quick demonstration of our program. You can see the pupil data being streamed live right in the upper right hand corner. And as a user looks at a button, if they hover over the button with the mouse for a certain amount of time, the button will click. As a button clicks, text will be entered into the text box and predictions will be populated on the top of the screen. As you can see, we are currently not very fast at typing, but as we get more trained with using Pupil and the predictions become more accurate, the rate of typing will drastically increase.